Ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to break your heart because the great, the powerful, the incredible, the greatest vegan activist of all time, the most painful vegan activist of all time, Vegan Booty, has been successfully sued for defamation, and she has to pay almost $400,000. Now, let me start this video by saying this. I'm not happy that this will affect, Vegan Booty's life, and I hope she gets through it okay, because I have met her. She is a nice enough lady. I will say that, okay? And I think it's great that she believes in her vegan activism as much as she does. I think that's fantastic, and I think we should all believe in things just like she does and fight for them just like she does, even if she is wrong. It's just good to have that belief in something and really care about it. And saying that, she's a fucking pain in the ass, and I can't stand her, at least with her thoughts on veganism. Vegan activist Tash Peterson and boyfriend ordered to pay $300,000. It's actually closer to $400,000 for defaming a Perth vet. Now, obviously with defamation, you have to prove that you are costing this person money, or that they have lost money because of the things that you have said about them that are untrue. This all happened in Perth, and not too long ago at all. In Perth, I'm coming your way this week. Grab your tickets. The first show is sold out. The second show has a couple of tickets left. Go and grab them right now. Very exciting, on Friday. A notorious vegan activist who filmed herself accusing a veterinarian of eating her patients during a bizarre outburst has been ordered to pay almost $300,000 in damages. Okay. Now, I will say this. She does pull in $400,000 a year from her nude photos that she sells on a particular adult website. So, $300K, $400K, it's going to hurt her, but it's not going to really knock her out of the game. It's not going to do that. And, good on her for fingering herself on the internet. Proud of you. So, what happened? Well, there is video footage. It's been taken down on the internet, but it is still available up there. There is some of it right here. But basically, Tash Peterson walked into a Perth vet clinic in September 2021 to confront its owner, Kay McIntosh, Dr. Kay McIntosh, over what she deemed the enslaving of two pet birds that lived inside the business, in an encounter filmed by the campaigner's partner, Jack Higgs. Big bad Jack. Also a nice guy. But he is Robin to her Batman. He is the donkey to her Shrek. He is the Ghislaine to Epstein, not in a child trafficking way, just in like a team. But yeah, he is her partner in crime in many respects, and he's there every step of the way. I assume he's taking the OnlyFans photos as well. That's a weird move, Jack. So, Big Bad Tash and Big Bad Jack, they walk past these birds that are in a cage. Who would have thought birds in a cage? I will say this, though. If you do keep birds in a cage, I do feel a bit weird about it. I think you should let them out and all that type of stuff. But I think the biggest claim from Tash, from memory, was that these birds were outside, it was too hot, and the vet just said, mate, I take them inside when it's hot, when it's raining, all that type of stuff, they come back in. And from memory, the vet actually didn't buy the birds or anything like that. They came with the veterinarian practice. I think that's true. Don't quote me on it. I don't know who the fuck you would quote me on that to, but don't you dare. The birds were outside in their cage, prompting Peterson and Higgs to confront the clinic staff because they were considered that keeping the birds in a cage for purposes of business was wrong, and that the birds did not have shade, and it was a warm day. Okay, well, maybe maybe you could go in and say, hey, I'm a bird lover. Can you fucking get some shade happening? Maybe Tash and Jack were right about that. I don't know, but to call it slavery is a bit fucking insane. Anyway, so Peterson and Higgs returned the following day and filmed an introduction outside the clinic describing the presence of the pets as immoral and akin to slavery before entering and confronting the staff. I would imagine to be a slave, you actually have to do some work. And as we all know, birds are lazy fucks. Fucking bird. I actually like birds. Not as much as these fucking crazy people. The activist asked Dr. McIntosh if she eats her own patients and accused her of enslaving animals. Peterson repeated the insinuation. Do you eat your patients? That the vet ate her animals in her care. And I guess you could probably prove that if you posted that on the internet, that people may not go to her practice, that particular vet, because they would be fearful that that vet ate the fucking animals that went there, which is defamatory, right? Supreme Court Chief Justice Peter Quinlan found Peterson and her partner Jack Higgs published defamatory claims. And it's very hard to prove defamation in Australia, but so it must have been overwhelming. The video and its publication on Facebook left McIntosh deeply affected, with the implication she abused animals. Forget about all that. Vegan Booty said she ate the animals. That's the big issue here. No one takes the slavery shit seriously, but if you claim that a vet eats the animals, that's a problem. Peterson and Higgs were ordered to pay some $280,000 in damages. Oh, I would like to apologize. I did get one thing wrong. She makes $383,000 from her nude photos, so that's where I got the $383,000 number. She only had to pay almost $300K. I apologize to everyone. I'm so sorry. I am a misinformation spreader. So, ladies and gentlemen, after all this, after Tash is going to have to, basically pay a house deposit to pay this vet for the defamation costs, and I imagine has to pay legal fees as well. What did Tash have to say in return? Well, thankfully, she said this. This is from Tash Peterson's Facebook page. Non-vegan vets eat their own patients and support the R word, slavery, exploitation, abuse, and murder of non-human people. Tash Peterson doubles down on a claim of the eating. In 2021, we entered a vet clinic out of concern. I noticed some birds in a cage at the front of the clinic. The birds were not patients, but rather full-time residents. Ooh. I expressed my concerns, which resulted in an altercation/debate with the owners of the clinic, who later pursued defamation against us. There's Jack and Tash looking very pleased, walking down the court steps. Confining someone in a cage to use them as entertainment or advertising is slavery. I've been to a few strip clubs, and I would have to disagree with you on that. Non-vegan veterinarians eat their own patients. Why do you keep saying that? Non-human animals. The vet who sued me for asking if she is the type of vet who eats her own animals admitted under oath in the trial that she in fact ate a cow she had treated. Literally admitting to eating her own patient. I mean, if that's true, if she did under oath admit that, then I guess you could probably get away with it on a technicality. But that is one patient who is a cow, and everyone eats meat from cows. Well, every person that's worth knowing anyway. So it's a bit of a hard one, Tash. It's a hard one to say that every dog that goes in there gets eaten by the vet just because she ate a bit of a cow. That's all. You can take all of our money, but you will never take away our voice for non-human animals. Is that a quote from Martin Luther King Jr.? We will endure the stress of litigation time and time again. It's nothing in comparison to the abuse and murder animals are subjected to by non-vegans. And that's it. That's all she had to say. And imagine that. Imagine copping a fine for $280,000 and then having to go home and eat veggies. Fuck that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the video. I don't know where Tash goes from here. Seems to be a very tough one for her and old Jackie boy. Almost $300K. That's a fuck ton of money. You throw legal fees on top of that. Maybe it's a lot more. Maybe it's $350,000. I'm not too sure. But what I can say is this. We'll hear from her again, but I don't know in what respect, because this is proving to be a very costly exercise for the loud and proud vegan booty. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Be dick stinks. Toodaloo au revoir. Bye-bye.